Mooney in motion. That's a great front four for Washington, but the line does its job and open and making the catch inside the 30-yard line. Four-man rush again. Fields to the end zone. Moore come up for their second drive here from the 26-yard line. Fields is going to keep it. Has blocking as well. Ain't easy. Pass to the outside. Nice move to the inside, and then they go 5 wide here. Pass is caught and trying to get that first. LaShawn Johnson is now in the backfield. Play action. Pass caught. Moore, great spin move to the inside. Off he goes again. What a first half for him. Fields to the end zone. Reaching up. Does he make the catch again? 2nd and 3. Fakes the give. Fires over the middle. Making the grab there and getting into Washington territory. And Herbert's now the man. Go 5 wide here. Fields hanging in. Rolling away. Fields looking for the first down.
Ready to go.
Fields again. Over the middle. Caught. Kmet. Touchdown. Only a 1-yard pickup.
Ready to go.
2nd and 9. Little fake toss. Keeps it himself. There he goes for a first down.
Ready to go.
Look out again. But there is Fields with that great athleticism, reaching up, one-handing it. 2nd and 10, so you got Blasingame as the running back. A fullback really by trade. That pass is caught. Moore is able to go down the sideline and turn it into a long gain.
Ready to go.
Pass is hauled in by Moore. Gets free. Washington gambles and lose the gamble that time. 56 yards, touchdown.
Let's send it back out to Spiro, Adam, and Amanda.
Uh-oh. Here's a breakaway. Moss off to the races. Moss to the house.
Seen him give his receiver ample opportunities to run with the football after the catch.
Handoff here to Moss. Moss finds a crease right through the middle of that defense. A kind of big staple of this offense last couple of years. Minshew gives. Moss still on his feet. He's in. And Indianapolis punches back. Moss here with Taylor to the sideline. Moss coming for more. On 3rd and 5. Got to be careful here. Moss breaking a tackle. Big play for Moss. They have chewed up nearly 6 minutes.
Unreal.
Minshew from the gun on 2nd down. Moss, the little hesitation, he breaks free.
And with the roughing the passer penalty, that puts the ball on the 1-yard line, so Jacksonville's going to go for 2. Break the huddle quickly. Etienne with the flip. And he walks right in. 2nd and 4 from the 42. Lawrence over to Etienne. Makes a nice move. Etienne all the way down. He doesn't know he's defenseless when the ball could be in his hands, and he used his shoulder nevertheless. Etienne around the end. Etienne in Bills territory. Etienne gaining the edge, and he walks it in. There's Etienne up the middle. Etienne is free. Etienne! Touchdown!
Mooney in motion. That's a great front four for Washington, but the line does its job and open and making the catch inside the 30-yard line. DJ Moore. 3rd and 14. Four-man rush again. Fields to the end zone. Moore. Touchdown. Ain't easy. Pass to the outside. Nice move to the inside, and then DJ Moore, and told to basically stay home. LaShawn Johnson is now in the backfield. Play action. Pass caught. Moore, great spin move to the inside. Off he goes again. What a first half for him. And finally, after he breaks the tackle of the rookie Forbes, another long gainer. Fields to the end zone, reaching up. Does he make the catch again? DJ Moore, touchdown. He is having a career in one night.
Here we go.
Pressure. And that's caught, so Moore gets back into the action after that super first half. DJ Moore, 2nd and 10. So you got Blasingame as the running back. A fullback really by trade. That pass is caught. Moore is able to go down the sideline and turn it into a long gain. They're going to rule him out. He goes toward the end zone, but he's going to be stopped just outside the 30-yard line.
Ready to go.
Pass is hauled in by Moore. Gets free. Washington gambles and lose the gamble that time. 56 yards, touchdown. Fuller trying to jump it. Moore able to make the catch and then free to the end zone.
Figure out who's going to be that replacement for T. Higgins. That's where he's most dangerous with his big body.
2nd and 2, Burrow to the sideline, and Jamar Chase with the grab and a first down into Arizona territory. Mixon in the slot to the top of your screen. It's 2nd down and 11. Burrow finds Chase open over the middle, and Chase with a first down as the Bengals enter the red zone at the 20-yard line. Burrow. Pressure comes. Floats away. Backs the other way and into the end zone for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the season.
The smile on his face when he said, "I think I'll be good today," made me believe it.
Burrow going to the air for Jamar Chase, who puts on the brakes and gets a few extra yards up that far sideline.
Off of that calf and drive the football.
The fake to Mixon. Burrow to Chase. 5th catch of the day for Jamar Chase, loping up the sidelines, and it's first down.
With the run attached. See?
There's Chase. You called it, Mark, the little RPO. Chase with the catch. Wilson with the tackle. Off the play fake. Looking for Chase again, who makes the catch. Down at the 37, but enough for a first down. Marco Wilson with the ankle tackle. On first down, Burrow with time, looking deep, looking for Chase. He's got it, and Jamar Chase on the deep ball for the touchdown. 63 yards, Burrow to Chase. He's still got a lot of that special teamer in him, too.
Oh, no doubt.
Burrow back to the air, low throw, but it's scooped up and a first down at the 36-yard line.
You know, they're expecting him to hold up in protection when they run down the field on the deep strikes.
On 3rd and 2, the swing to Chase. On the edge with blockers in front, and Jamar Chase with a first down. On 3rd down, Cardinals rush 4. Quick swing to Chase. Chase on the edge. He's got the first down. Tiptoes out near midfield, enough to move the chains. 2nd and 13 at the 26. Burrow to the air, finds Jamar Chase, and Chase has the first down, and he's tied the Bengals record.
Up top.
Off the play fake. Burrow, flush to the right, looking for the back of the end zone. It's Chase again. His 3rd touchdown catch of the day, and he sets a new Cincinnati single game record with his 14th catch, giving the Bengals a 30-20 lead.
That's exactly what they needed.
1st and 10 at the 28 is Jamar Chase with blockers in front, and Chase stretching that record